Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in this video I'm going to be giving you an update on cryptocurrency, namely Bitcoin, and the insane value that it has reached. Also, Steam has announced that they are no longer accepting Bitcoin for game purchases, and another classic Capcom series is arriving to PC. It's already on PC, but hopefully it's going to come at a better form. More on that in a little bit. First, let's talk about cryptocurrency, which is a topic that I've started to cover more and more on my channel, especially with the volatility rates recently. The value of namely Bitcoin and Ethereum have been all over the place, and Bitcoin recently just saw another massive surge. Last time I uploaded a video on this, and that was only about a week ago, it was at $11,000, and that was already ridiculous. But right now, Bitcoin is valued at $15,356 as of this recording. It's been varying a little bit throughout the day. Ethereum has actually dipped a little bit to $408, but Bitcoin is really what we're talking about in this video. 15,000 is absolutely crazy. I actually have a bunch of friends that have invested into Bitcoin, and over the past few months, they've made insane profit. They didn't even buy a full Bitcoin, but if you bought just a percentage of a Bitcoin, if you drop like $500 and you got a fraction of a Bitcoin, you are still plussing insanely hard. Who knows when it's gonna crash? I know when I uploaded that video about it being $11,000, I got a lot of comments saying, don't invest in it, it's gonna crash. This is probably the peak. Well, now it's at $15,000. A lot of quote-unquote experts think it's gonna hit 25K. I don't even know what to expect from it anymore, but this parlays into the next point, and that is that Steam is no longer accepting Bitcoin for game purchases, and this makes a lot of sense. Over the last few months, the volatility rate of Bitcoin has just been through the roof, and Valve is trying to operate a consistent and predictable business, and that's completely impossible with Bitcoin. You'll have to unfortunately cash your Bitcoin out, and then you can go on a Steam shopping spree, but still, Steam no longer accepting it directly does kind of suck. It would be really cool if all these platforms just stayed on board, but I definitely get where Valve is coming from. You can't really accept Bitcoin when you're trying to run a business that, you know, sells games from publishers, and you're accepting a currency that's value rate is really all over the place. Maybe in the future they'll start accepting it again when it sees some stability, but it's hard for a company to accept a currency that is as volatile as Bitcoin is. So yeah, there is an update on Bitcoin, over $15,000, absolute insanity. Also, I want to quickly talk about another classic Capcom franchise coming over to PC. We just talked about how Mega Man X is getting a collection in summer of 2018. Well, another series that's getting a collection is Devil May Cry with the Devil May Cry HD collection. Now, Devil May Cry 3 is actually already on PC. That port isn't all too good, so hopefully with this collection, it'll run a lot better on PC. And of course, it'll come with Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. No Devil May Cry 4 here, which is kind of upsetting, but Devil May Cry 4 is already available on Steam, and it does run pretty well. So if you do want to play that, you can pick that up. The HD collection is coming to PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on March 13, 2018, both digitally and at retail. I assume digital only for PC, and it will be $30. If you go on Green Man Gaming or something, I'm sure you can get a little bit of a discount. So there's that. Devil May Cry is a great series. It's a great set of action games. Although Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 3 are excellent games, most gamers seem to absolutely detest Devil May Cry 2. I didn't think it was that terrible, but I definitely agree that it's not up to the quality standard of Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 3. And if you guys don't know, there have been a lot of rumors circulating about a potential Devil May Cry 5. Right now, the rumor is that it will see some sort of PlayStation exclusivity, maybe a launch exclusivity, and then it'll hit PC later on down the line. I imagine it will hit PC at some point because Capcom has been doing a great job with releasing games on PC. We saw Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and that was a terrific port over on PC. So I think they'll be releasing games on PC for the foreseeable future, but if Sony has some exclusivity deal, hopefully it's just a launch exclusive, or hopefully best of all would be the fact if it came to PC and PS4 on the same day and PS4 just got some DLC or some extra content. That is kind of meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Would love that because I am a big fan of the Devil May Cry games. They are a bit zany. There's a lot of plot holes. The storytelling, while is interesting, isn't really consistent, and the game chronologically is actually all over the place. I believe if you want to play the games in order, DMC 3 is first, then you play Devil May Cry, then you play Devil May Cry 4, and then you play Devil May Cry 2. Yeah, figure that one out. There's also DMC Devil May Cry, which was like a reboot to the series, and not a lot of gamers really dug that because they changed the look of Dante. However, I personally kind of enjoyed the game. I wasn't a big fan of the new Dante, but the gameplay and visual style of that game were still really good, and it was a great action game by Ninja Theory. But yeah, I would definitely love a Devil May Cry 5 after the Devil May Cry HD collection, reintroduce this series to gamers, reintroduce the classic classic Dante, and then put out Devil May Cry 5, and I'm sure gamers would be all over that. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about Bitcoin hitting 15K? And let me know your thoughts on the Devil May Cry HD collection coming to PC on March 13th, 2018. By the way, that's the release date. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, March 13th, 2018. So this does come well before the Mega Man X collection, so there's that as well. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.